how does one create a test in Blackboard? And we're in Course Sites right now, and I'm about to create, I suppose, a multiple choice test, only a couple of questions. Well, a multiple choice, a test with one multiple choice question and one true false question. So what I'm going to do is move my mouse over to Course Tools. Okay, let's move this over a bit. Go to Course Tools, click on that, and scroll down to Tests and Assessments. Actually, Test Surveys and Pools. Wait for that to come up. Okay, finally it emerges. And now what I need to do is, of course, just go to Tests. And so what I'm going to do once that screen pops up is go to Build Test. And wait for that to come up. I'm on a rather slow internet connection here, so bear with me. Okay, test information, I'm going to name it Sample. Okay, named it Sample. And I'm just going to scroll down a little bit here. And keep going down. And I'm not going to add any instructions or description to the test. I'm just going to click Submit. And so it tells me the test has no questions. So I'm going to create a question. And multiple choice. So let's see here. Let me get the little screen grabber down so you can see the choices that I have. Okay, create question and multiple choice. And that's coming up now. And so I can get the opportunity to create, edit multiple choice question, question title. I'm not going to bother with that, but I will create a question text as soon as that field pops up. Or maybe I should just scroll down here. Okay, yes, it's finally up there. Let me just scroll back up to the screen. Okay, there we go. So we have this field here where the text for the question can be entered. And so it's multiple choice. And so what I'm going to do is just type in just a simple math equation. Let's see, 2 plus 2. I'm sorry, it's an equal sign there. 2 plus 2. Okay. Keyboard pads are sticky here. Okay, 2 plus 2 equals, there we go. And that's our question. That's our question text. And let me scroll down. Running really slow today on the internet. Okay, so scrolling down, I have options here, and what I want to do is, of course, provide multiple choices, multiple answers to that question. And so let's go back up here. Okay, and so once I've typed in that text for the question, of course, I have choices, and Blackboard defaults to 4 possible choices in a multiple choice question. And so the first one, answer 1, is going to be 4. That's going to be the correct answer. It's selected as correct. So I'm going to put in 4 for answer 1. Okay, and for answers 2 through 4, I'm just going to enter the wrong answers. So for 2, I'm going to say 5. Scroll down to answer 3 and put in 6. And for answer 4, I'm going to put in 1. And I do have the option, let me just scroll down further here, of providing feedback for the correct response. So if they get 4, which is the correct answer to 2 plus 2, maybe I could just type in hooray. And if they get the answer incorrect, I can just scroll further down to the slot or for the field incorrect response feedback, and I can just indicate I don't know, like if they get that answer or get the answer wrong, I could just say, oh, sorry. And I think that's all I'm going to do in establishing that question. I do have the option of randomizing answers. Let me just see here. Let me scroll back up. Yeah, this is running awfully slow this morning. Okay. Okay, yes, so scrolling back up to options, let me go back down again. Okay, so show answers in random order. I would select that under options in the question. And they would, and of course, selecting that would randomize the order of the possible answers. Okay, so that question is completed. And I need to get out of it. So again, I am running slow on my netbook. Okay, just making a check of everything to make sure that everything is okay here. Okay, everything looks good. So what I'm going to do is scroll all the way down and just hit submit. And that should save that question. Okay, it's going. It's just really on a slow internet connection right now, and my home internet connection, but it's rather funny because it's usually very fast, but could be because a number of people in the house are using or on the internet right now. Okay, so we submitted it, and of course we get to this page, the initial page where we were creating questions. And I did indicate that, and actually this is, of course, what we've created, multiple choice. So 2 plus 2, of course the green, the check mark, the green with the green circle around it. 4 is the correct answer. And of course we can establish how many points that we're going to award for the correct answer for this question. I'm not going to change that now, it's not really necessary, but one can simply move the cursor to this box here, in order to change the point value for the question. And so let me do that now. The cursor is blinking, so the 10's gone, and maybe I'll just put 2 points for that, and submit it. Okay, and of course the point value changes from 10 to 2. And so the next thing that we're going to do, I had indicated that we needed to create a true-false question. And so we're in a multiple choice sort of format, so we have to actually change the type of question from multiple choice to true false. And so we go to create question, and let's see here. So you get, when you click on create question, there are a number of choices here. I believe true false is way down at the bottom, so let me just scroll all the way down. Oops, lost it. Sorry about that. Okay, let's try this again. So go back to create question, You get your choices. I believe true false is all the way at the bottom here, and I've lost it again. Okay. Okay, let me just minimize screen here. Whoops, let me bring it back. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can bring it up now. Okay, so back to create question, multiple choice. True false is way down there, so finally got it. Click on that, and it in a moment it's going to prompt us to create a true false question. So wait for the screen to appear. Okay, so that has that screen, the screen for to create a true false question has appeared. And so as we had with the multiple choice question, we're going to have a field where we can enter the text for the true false question. So again, waiting for this screen or the field to appear any day now. Okay, so that field has appeared. Let's scroll down a bit, and now we can enter the text for the true false question. So let's see, what can we ask for? I suppose we could just use another mathematical type of question. So I'll just say 3 plus, oops, sorry, 3 plus 1 equals 5. And we know this, of course, to be a false statement. And so what I'm going to do is scroll down. And for the answer to this question, of course, 3 plus 1 is 4. So, you know, the statement 3 plus 1 is 5 is false. So we select false as our answer. And submit it. So go to the bottom of the page. I'm not going to put any notes or responses for, you know, if the answer is selected correctly or incorrectly. So I'm just going to do submit. Okay, so that question, of course, has been created, the true false question. And I'm just going to leave let's just scroll down here to the true-false question. Yeah, I'm just going to leave, well, I don't know, maybe I will change the point value here. Maybe change it to make it 3 points. Okay, and submit. Okay, so the true-false question has been created, our test has been created. And so now, we're done. And now our task right now is to somehow deploy this test so students in the class can take the test online. Okay, so we're done, and let's just get off of this. And let's see. All right. Content. Okay, and after content, we click that on the left side of the page. Here we go to assessments. Click that. So go to test. And so sample appears, so we're going to select that because it is an existing test. Scroll down and click submit. And after I click submit, I'm going to get test options where I can provide content. What I want to do, just to save time here, is of course to make the link for the test available. And I'm not going to add an announcement because actually the Blackboard site that I'm using is for former class, so I don't want to initialize a test that they would be emailed about that they do not have to take, so I'm not going to make an announcement. Let's see, multiple attempts. That's an option, so if they don't do well when they take the test initially, they can take it over, or I could deny them the opportunity to do that. Forced completion. Yeah, so that is just more or less there so that they don't waste time taking the test, that they have to take it in a prescribed amount of time. Let's see, so what we're going to do, let's see, today is the 26th. I have it displayed today. Of course, maybe in the display at 11:18. So let me put that time in there. And click the box. Okay. And we just scroll by a due date for the test, so that's also pertaining to time, including grade score calculations. Yes, well, if this were an actual class. And I can randomize the questions, as well as random. Of course, when I was creating the multiple choice test, I could randomize the possible answers. Of course, with this selection, you randomize questions so that whenever an individual student takes the test, number one will be different from, or question one will be different from the question one that some other student, has on their tests. So, all right, so let's just submit this. Okay, and we're done. We're done. And so the test is going to appear in the content section. So actually, because again, this is a former class, it should appear all the way at the bottom. So let's scroll all the way down there. Okay, oops. Okay, and there it is. It is available. Let's click on it. Of course, it will allow, I believe it'll allow me to take the test even though I am the instructor. Yes, so, and of course, here we are. Instructions, this test can be saved and returned to later. Click begin. So let's click begin to start the test. And of course, here are my test questions. So let's scroll down just a bit so we can see both. Yeah, it's just running slow here. Okay. Yes, so question one. 2 plus 2, let's see, equals 4. And 3 plus 1 equals 5. That is false. And click Save and Submit. And we're done. Okay. Thank you for your time, and have a good day.